يا أيها الإنسان ما غرك بربك الكريم الذي خلقك فسواك فعدلك في أي صورة ما شاء ركبك كلا بل تكذبون بالدين وإن عليكم لحافظين كراما كاتبين يعلمون ما تفعلون إن الأبرار لفي نعيم وإن الفجار لفي جحيم. Allah begins the surah of Infitar beautifully. Ya ayyuhal insan. He uses the word insan. The Arabic word insan comes from the word nasiya, yansa, nisyaan. What does nisyaan mean? To forget. It's not only husbands who forget. Everyone forgets by definition. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, لما خلق الله آدم عليه السلام أخذ الأرواح من صلبه. When Allah created Adam alayhi salam, He took out all the souls. ما هو كائن إلى يوم القيامة. Every child of Adam till the day of judgment. Allah brought it in front of him. And the ones who were destined for Jannah and who would take their path towards Jannah, Allah showed it to him on his right side. And the ones who were destined toward Jahannam, He showed it to him on his left side. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He showed him all of these, Adam alayhi salam sees this one ruh, one soul. This is called Alam al-Arwah. So there were stages before we came into this dunya. There were stages. There was when Allah created Adam alayhi salam, He pulled out all the souls. And at that time He said, Alastu bi rabbikum qalu bala. He asked, am I not your Allah? And we all responded in the affirmative and positive and said, Allah, you are our Allah. However, most of us don't remember this promise. Ali radiallahu anhu used to say he remembers it. But most people don't remember. What is the purpose of a dialogue that we no longer remember? Can someone tell me? What is the purpose of a dialogue? In the Quran, Allah says, Alastu bi rabbikum. I asked you all. Qalu bala. And you all said, yes, of course you are. Why did Allah ask us a question and teach us a lesson that none of us remember today? Where's my little geographer? He left? Let me see, push the level of intelligence to see who can capture this answer. Anyone? The sisters can respond too. If anyone wants to take on this.
Can you repeat?
The question is that before Allah created us, He brought all the souls out. In Alam al-Arwah, the realm of souls. The Prophet ﷺ speaks about it. He says there are times, when you see somebody and you're like, you look so familiar. That's because you saw them in Alam al-Arwah. And the Prophet ﷺ in one hadith says that those people in Alam al-Arwah that were facing each other, when they come to this dunya, they're just stuck like glue. They always get along. And some people are a little slightly away, and sometimes they differ. And some people, their backs are to each other, doesn't matter what happens, they can never get along. No matter what you try, how much you try, the relationship always fails. And that's because of the effects of Alam al-Arwah. But what's the purpose of asking us a question and saying, am I not your Allah, when none of us remember this question? What's the purpose of it?
We have it in our fiqh.
Jazakallah khair. You know when you study a class, for example, all of us did our capitals, right, of the 50 states? Yes? Youngsters? Yeah? These are capitals. Do you remember all of them? No. But if someone says one of them, does it hit your mind? For example, what's the capital of New Jersey? You don't remember. If I tell you Trenton, you're like, oh yeah. Am I right? It clicks in. So even a lesson that is taught, but you forgot it, it's embedded and the foundation and the fundamentals are in your mind. That is why most of the world follows a deity. Whether it is in the form of Christ or in the form of Yahweh or in the form of Bhagwan or whatever. Everyone, for the most part, majority, over 90% of the world follows a God, and the rest of it is a very small slither of the world that believes in no superpower, but everyone believes in a superpower, a Rabb, a governing entity. So that lesson was engraved into us right from the beginning. So anyway, at that time, there was one soul that Adam a.s. saw. There was a bright light on his head. And he said, who is this? And Allah said, this is your son Dawood a.s., the famous prophet David. He said, Ya Allah, it's remarkable candidate. It's so unique. And he says, how old is he going to live for? So Allah says, for 60 years. So yeah, Allah give him 40 years from my life. Give him 40 years from my life. Okay. And Adam a.s. was destined for 1,000 years. He's the first man, right? So he has to be here for a long time. So now Adam a.s. is inside on earth, and 960 years come. And at that time he starts feeling a bit sick, so he sends his children to the forest. He says, bring me some fruits. I want to give me some peace. Give me some peace. So while his children were there, the angels came and they said, what are you looking for? They said, our father is getting sick. And he asked for some fruits. They said, go back, your father's gone. In the same time, the Malik al-Maut came to Adam a.s. And Malik al-Maut said, it's your time. And Adam a.s. said, no, I have 40 more years left. Hawa also said, no, you still got 40 more years left. He said, فَنَسِيَ Adam. He said, no, even at that time, Adam forgot. فَيَنْسَى ذُرِّيَّتُهُ. His children will also forget. So they say one of the reasons of Insaan being called Insaan is this incident. And the other is that he forgot Allah's prohibition around the date palm, the tree, the fruit from the tree. We don't know what fruit it was, but he forgot the prohibition of Allah. Some people ask, how is it possible? How can you forget? The one thing you were told not to do. How is it that you forgot? Comes to the mind, right? Right? How many times did your wife tell you to do one thing? Just one thing. Do this one thing. And the whole day goes, everything goes, and you completely forgot that one thing. So you go bring me milk. You go there, you get there, and you're like, what am I doing here? And you completely forget the one job that you were given to do. It's part of Insaan, the sifat of Insaan. So Allah does not hold us accountable for what we forget. But it is how do we respond when we slip?